what other kind of 3D can the Game Boy pull off? Well, how about pre-rendered 3D? And I've got two examples of that right here, of course, both by Rare. We have Donkey Kong Land 3, which was the last game released on the original Game Boy in the Donkey Kong Land series, and we also have Killer Instinct. Both of these really impressive downscaled versions of their Super Nintendo and even arcade and Killer Instinct's point of view counterparts, and they both play really well too. So obviously it took a lot of effort to get these pre-rendered graphics running on the Game Boy, and they're just rendered as sprites with a lot of different frames of animation, but the end result is still really impressive, and both of these games still play just like their console counterparts, which is the main point, I guess, with creating these games in the first place. So I actually grew up with both Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Land, and I remember actually enjoying both of them equally as much, and I really don't think the downscaled graphics impacted the gameplay that much at all, especially if you play this game on the Game Boy Color instead of the original Game Boy, because the background and the sprites are actually then featured as two different colours. And the same applies for Killer Instinct as well. It really does help to differentiate some of the slightly muddy pre-rendered graphics with the backgrounds, which are also incredibly detailed on these games. So yeah, play them on the Game Boy Color if you can, but if you've only got an original Game Boy, or if you want to just experience them the way they were originally intended to be played, I really don't think they are as difficult to pass as some people may say they are. So yeah, really impressed by both of these. I think Rare did a fantastic job of downscaling them onto the original Game Boy. So definitely check out all of the Donkey Kong Land series and also Killer Instinct if you want to see what some 16-bit ports onto an 8-bit system can look like. It's very impressive stuff.